Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So we're at the training facility, although today is going to be a slightly more individual session. There's specific things I want to work on, although I am joined by Tommy. Where is he? Focus. There he is. So we will be taking advantage of having each other here to work on some long passing and a bit of first touch at the end. But the main portion of today's session is going to be individual. I want to work specifically on some dribbling, get some very simple touches, manipulating the ball. So I'm going to show you all of those exercises as well. Bit of first touch off the wall. So these are going to be exercises that you can do even if you don't have a training partner. And then we'll finish with some long passing. Just before we get into the session, I want to say a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. From websites to analytics to marketing tools, they're the all-in-one place to grow your online presence and manage your business. But let's get warmed up. So I began the training session the same way I begin every training session, with a 5 to 10 minute dynamic warm-up, starting off with just some movements, jogging back and forth, and then getting some dynamic stretches in as well. So opening up the groins, getting some leg swings, all the usual stuff that you see in most of my videos. So it doesn't need to be anything special, just getting the body moving at a low intensity so you can get that blood flowing so it's prepared for the session. Not only is it going to help you avoid injuries, but you're actually going to perform better in the session if your muscles are switched on. Then I always go into some activation exercises using this resistance band. So for each of the exercises you'll see, I do about 10 repetitions on each leg. This just helps you switch on those hard to warm up areas, especially the groins, the glutes, and the hip flexors. These are quite difficult to switch on, and using something like a resistance band is going to help you with that. These are muscle groups that you use all the time during football. This series of exercises on the screen right now is one of my favorites for activating the hip flexors. So you do 10 full flexions, then 10 pulses, and then you hold a static pose for 10 seconds with your knee at 90 degrees. Then I went into some leg swings. This is a great mobility exercise for the hips, which is an area that many footballers suffer tightness with. So important to mobilize them as often as you can. So I started with some lateral leg swings and then some forward and backwards. You'll notice this loosens up your hamstrings and your groins as well. So great exercise to do before your session to prepare the body. Then to finish off the warm-up, I just did a couple of fast feet exercises, really simple ones. First one is just forwards and backwards. I went for 10 seconds without stopping, then rested for a couple of seconds and went into some side to side. So just did these two exercises, but it really helps you switch on. Try these out for yourself and you'll notice how much more fired up your body is going into your training session. So it doesn't need to be long, just do 10 seconds of each and you'll notice you feel a lot more coordinated and fired up and ready to go. Then I went into my technical warm-up, so I'm just using the wall here, starting out controlling the ball with the sole and passing it back with the inside of the foot, balancing on my opposite foot the entire time. So starting off with right foot only, went for about 20 to 30 seconds, then did it with my left. Then you'll notice I'm just doing a series of very simple technical touches. Then I went into 2 touches as you can see here, so just controlling it with the inside of the foot, stopping it and returning it at the wall with the same foot. Once again, making sure we're getting an equal amount of repetitions or time spent on your right and left foot. So of course going into some one touch to finish. And then we got the ball on the wall to work on some aerial control as well. And again, we're just starting off with 3 touches off the wall, so you get 3 touches maximum to return the ball at the wall. Then I went into some 2 touch and finish with some 1 touch. So very simple technical exercises just to keep your touch sharp. I'd recommend doing these at the start of your session. Just like a dynamic physical warm-up, I like to do a technical warm-up because it helps me feel a lot sharper on the ball before going into some more dynamic exercises. Then I went into a very simple first touch exercise. So I've got the 3 cones here. The 2 at the front are a gate that I'm checking in between, passing the ball at the wall, and then I'm taking my touch on the spin at a 45-degree angle, just past the cones on the right and left of me, alternating with each one. but I'm acting like there's a defender on my back, so I'm trying to spin them with my first touch, and then I'm just dribbling around that back cone, returning to the starting point and going the opposite way. And I just went for 10 repetitions or so, rested, and then I repeated this one twice. So again, very simple technical touches, just getting the ball on the move and working on a little bit of dribbling as well. Then I went into another dribbling exercise, just a very simple cone weave. You guys might have seen this on my channel many times before, but it's a really effective one just for working on that ball manipulation. This is basically a dynamic ball mastery. So I'm using the right foot only, using inside and outside touches to manipulate the ball through the cones. Then it's a figure of 8 around the gates at the top and the bottom. And the second time through, I'm using the left foot only. Again, we're really focusing on getting equal amount of touches with both feet, so we're comfortable controlling the ball with our right and left foot. And once I get back to the start, it's about 20 to 30 second rest. Then I went through using the inside and outside of both feet. So as you can see, on the way up, I was shifting the ball from my left foot to my right foot, and then taking a touch with the outside of my left. So it's basically a croqueta with an outside touch. And then the next time through, I'm just doing the opposite way. So I'm going from my right foot to my left foot, then it's an outside touch with my right foot through. So again, just working on that close control, keeping the ball on the move, and then it's a figure of 8 at the top gate, figure of 8 at the bottom, and then you finish and rest for 20 to 30 seconds. Then I went into the next exercise, so I've just staggered the cones this time, so it's diagonal. This time I'm going out with the right foot only, again using inside and outside touches, but working on lateral and forward motions. So I'm trying to keep the ball as close to my body as I can, taking a touch of the ball with every step, keeping the ball tight around those cones. So I go around the cones all the way to the bottom, back to the starting point, and that's 1 rep. Rest for 20 to 30 seconds, and the second time through, I went out with my left foot only. Again, just doing the exact same thing, taking a touch of the ball with every step, trying to keep the ball close to my feet. Then the third time through, I used both feet. So pushing it out with my right foot, then switching it to my left, moving laterally, keeping the ball under control, just switching feet this time. Again, down to the bottom cone, back to the starting point, and that's a full set. Resting for 20 to 30 seconds. Then I just went into a really simple 1v1 exercise. So as you can see, I created almost a right angle with the cones there. So I've got 2 options. I can even take the ball down the line, get a shot from the angle, or cut inside and shoot with my left foot. Then after a few repetitions of that first exercise, I'm just working on a more indoor specific drill this time. So I'm just controlling the ball with the sole, acting like there's a defender on my back, performing a quick movement, just trying to create a little bit of space so that I can get the shot off. So I'm trying to do a snapping motion, either taking it down the line or to the inside. As you can see, the net kept falling down on the left side of the goal, so I was getting a bit tired of fixing it. So I just went to the opposite side and repeated these drills on the left side of the pitch. Then to finish the session, Tommy and I worked on a bit of long passing, so using our laces to drive the ball, just getting some longer passes in as we don't always get the opportunity in team training. Then at the end you'll see I worked on some side volley technique, so just over and over again repeating the technique, trying to get as automatic with it as I possibly can. I hope you enjoyed today's session. As you can see, most of it was individual, probably 90% of it, working on a lot of dribbling, bit of finishing, and then did some long passing with Tommy at the end. Hope you enjoyed it. Try those drills out for yourself. Just before I go, another huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is where I built my very own website, 7mlctraining.com, and it allows me to put everything 7mlc training related in one place, from my programs to my blog posts, even my podcast. So you can check out Squarespace using the link below for 10% off your first website, and you can actually do a 2-week free trial if you want to test it out before committing. They've got hundreds of templates for you, so you don't need to know anything about coding or web design. And from websites to analytics to marketing tools, they really are the all-in-one place to grow your online presence and manage your business. So check out that link in the description for 10% off your first website. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.